Hello, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Mabel and this is Zoya Affairs TV. Today I am making fish stew that pairs well with rice, with beans, with pasta, yam, and name it. Today I am using dry ingredients, which I mean by that, I am using dried peppers, dried tatashe. Tatashe is also known as bell pepper. So this is dry bell peppers. I have the dried paprikas. I have the dry chili, the hot chili actually. This one is quite hot and spicy. And I also have the real chili pepper, which is dried in a dry form. So I have them all here nice and dried. What I'll do next is to grab my bowl and add everything into a bowl, add enough water, and I will soak this overnight. If you don't have the time to soak it overnight, you can just add hot water to this, and you don't have to dip your hand into it if you're adding hot water. Just add hot water and let it sit for at least 4 hours and it will be nicely done. Next, I grab the fish which I'll be using. This is mullet fish. I really don't know the exact name they call this fish, but we call it mullet fish over here in Nigeria. And if you please do know the name, please share with me in the comment section. I would really love to know the name of this fish. It is so delicious. So I have the fish and I'll go ahead to scrape it out and just rinse it before I'll go ahead to cut the fish into my desired shapes and sizes. And I already have a very detailed video of this fish on my channel. If you have not watched that video, please do to check it out, and I will also leave a link to the video in the description box for you to check it out. Okay, thank you. Now I cut the fish and I'll go ahead to wash it, give it a good rinse, and you see the head now. That is how I like to cut the fish, which has a very big head, because it will be easy for me to remove all the guts and the dirt inside the fish. So I rinse the fish with salt. I will add it into the bowl again, add the vinegar, and I also add some more water. Rinse the fish until it is nicely cleaned and it is no longer smelling fishy smell. Before I'll go ahead to pat it with a paper towel and I will just set it aside. Now I went ahead to measure all the spices and the herbs which I will be using to marinate the fish, and I'll combine this together before I'll pour it over the fish and just combine everything together, rub it together with the fish, and I'll cover this and put it in the refrigerator for it to refrigerate for about 30 minutes. It's been 30 minutes already and I came back and opened it up. The flavor from this fish was so intense. Now I'll go ahead to fry them on both sides until it is all nice and golden brown, just like this, and I'll take it out from the oil and set it aside. The next day I continue with the cooking. So I have my frozen tomatoes, I have the peppers which is already frozen, I have some onions, I'll be adding in some ginger, and all I will do now is to cut the tomatoes into, or cut it in half, so I can know what I am cooking with. You don't want to blend your tomatoes just like that. I like to cut it and know what's inside of the tomatoes. Now I blended everything together and I will just add it together like this, rinse out the jar and combine everything together pretty well. And this is just a perfect texture of pepper base you need to make for your stews that you are going to be using for rice or for pasta or for yam. This is just the perfect consistency which I like to use. Now in a clean pot, I will go ahead to strain in this oil. This is the oil I use to fry the fish. I will just strain that in and allow it to heat up a bit before going in with the diced onions and combine everything together to fry. And I also like to fry my onions with some thyme, so I'll be adding some dry thyme to this. If you have the fresh thyme, please use it. It's going to be perfect. And once the onions are softened a little bit, you don't want to caramelize this. I just want it to be soft a little bit before I'll go ahead to add the tomato paste and just combine everything together. Tomato paste is also known as tomatoes puree. I'll just combine everything together, allow this to fry nicely before I'll come back to pour in the blended peppers. If you are joining us for the very first time, I want to specially welcome you and thank you for stopping by to click on this video to watch it. I want you to click on the subscribe button for you to be part of the family. Once the tomato paste is nicely fried, I'll go ahead to pour in the blended peppers and I'll just combine these together pretty well. Cover this and allow it to cook for the first 30 minutes on medium heat. You don't want to cook this on high heat so it does not start to burn, and you don't want it to be on low heat so the peppers does not just sit down in the pot. So this was the first 30 minutes after I came back and checked on it, and look at that, the oil has started to flow to the top. That shows that the peppers are being fried nicely, and I'll just give this a quick stir to combine everything together before adding the seasonings. So right now I added in the salt. I'm also adding some fish seasoning. I'm cooking with fish, so I like to use fish seasoning. This is going to enhance the flavor from this pot of stew. If I'm cooking with chicken, I like to add chicken stock powder or chicken seasoning. If I'm cooking with beef, I just like to use the beef seasoning. So next I went ahead to add in the fried fish, and I'll just combine everything together like this. It is towards the end of the cooking, so I like to add some curry powder towards the end. This will brighten up the color, brighten up the flavor, bring out the flavor from this pot of stew. And this was it after another 20 minutes, making a total of 50 good minutes. And this pot of stew was so good. Look at the oil. It has all started to flow to the top, which is indicating that this stew is nicely fried. I'll give this a quick stir and just combine everything together, and the stew base is ready. You can just have this stew with anything of your choice. You can have it with rice, have it with pasta, with yam or beans, even bread. It's going to be amazing. And to all my returning subscribers, I am so glad you always come back to watch. Thank you for always engaging in my videos. Please don't forget to give this video a like, share and comment. I would love to really read from you. And share with me in the comment section, what would you pair this amazing, delicious and flavorful stew with? It is so flavorful, so delicious. Today we have ours with some white rice, and it was so good. If you are still watching this video and you haven't subscribed, please take a moment to click on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, click on the icon that says all notifications. This will enable you to get notified each time I upload a new video. And don't forget to give this video a like and also share it. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to keep loving each other and always remember to eat good food. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.